What's up everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be talking about the brand new Halo update, Cyber Showdown 3. We are going to be going through all the Battle Pass items, shop items, you name it, to see if it is a good update or if it's just a bit too much. Let's get right into it. Alright, so starting off with the Battle Pass, first we have the bonus item, which is a really cool armor coating, kind of similar to one that we already have, but this will cost you $5 to get. Then we have a nameplate, and that looks really cool, or a nameplate background. And then we just have some more nameplates, and that's what we're going to see most of here. Then next we have a charm for any of your guns, and that looks pretty cool as well. Then next up we have an XP boost and just some more nameplates and backgrounds, which also look really cool. Then we have a legendary charm viral machine. This one looks really cool. It's kind of a cool looking skull. Then we have another armor coating, which is kind of like green. Then we have another XP boost along with a knee pad for Chimera. Then we have a chest plate for Chimera that I know I will definitely be equipping. Then we have a wrist like knife thing. That looks sick. Then we have Wing Blitz. It is a weapon coating. Then we have a really cool visor. It's very like cyberpunky. I don't know if that's a word. But then we have Violet Violence. And that's an interesting name for an armor coating. Then we have a really cool shoulder pad here, and then we get to the awesome new helmet. This right here is really just insane looking. It's got some like brains that you can see on the top, and then we have a attachment which looks really cool. It's got like some horns on the top, and it covers one of the eye sockets. Overall, I love this helmet and it looks great. Now we're going to be taking a look at the shop items. First, we have Wendigo. I hope that's how you say it. This is an armor kit for Chimera, and it looks so cool. This is by far one of like the weirdest items I've seen in Halo, but I personally really like it. It looks cool with like a mouth and an eye, very different. And it also has a skull coming out of its chest. Then we have a new just armor items and stuff. This is called like Strigoi, something like that. Strigoi, really cool looking helmet, and there's the attachment. Here in Cyber Showdown 3, we will see a lot of very interesting and weird items. Then we have an awesome looking shoulder pad that looks great. I know if I would have bought this, I would definitely be equipping that. Then we have a chest plate, which is kind of hard to tell the difference, but for someone like me, I've been playing the game for a while, I can definitely tell. Then we have some really cool gloves, and they look really cool. Then we have a really neat looking armor coating, and that looks really cool as well. Very different than some of the previous ones we've seen. Then we have another, then we have a visor, which is kind of multicolored, pink and blue. Very interesting. Then we have a utility, which looks great. Next up, we just have some colors for your weapons and armor coatings and stuff, as well as a new visor. Same goes for here, except no weapon coating, just the armor coating. Armor coating looks really good, and yeah, I could definitely see a lot of people enjoying that. Also for this visor, very interesting and very cool. Next up we have Fomorian. I'm not quite sure if I said that right. I sure hope I did. Really interesting looking helmet here. Also got some really cool shoulder pads, which are the same for both sides. Also another armor coating, which looks really good as well. Some of these armor coatings I don't personally like, but that one I love. Then we have a very interesting visor, which looks really cool. And then we have another chest plate, which looks really cool as well. And also knee pads, just your normal stuff, and a utility, as you can see right there. That looks great as well. Next up, we have like Grimghast or something, I think. That one looks really cool, just the helmet alone, and one of my favorites probably. Then we have an attachment with a mouth and like an eye. That is very, very interesting, and I can see a lot of people enjoying that. Then we have a really kind of weird looking shoulder pad. It looks pretty cool. I'm personally not like a huge fan of it, but I think people will enjoy it. Then we have just kind of like a utility belt kind of thing. Then we have a chest plate, which looks really cool as well. Got some like cords coming out of it and stuff. Then we have a weapon model for the commando rifle, and that looks very cool. And I don't think we have many of those kind of weapon models for a commando. It looks great. Awesome, like white and black color weapon coating, and then some knee pads, which kind of match the chest plate. Then we just have another armor coating, kind of like a purple-ish kind of color. Yeah, it's kind of black with some purple splatter. That looks pretty cool as well. Then we have an armor effect, and that looks pretty cool as well. There are some very interesting armor effects, and this one I think actually looks pretty cool. Next, we have Net Riot. I think that's how you say it. Really cool looking helmet. And then here we have the attachment for the helmet, which looks really cool. We've got another chest plate. Really cool looking. They can match your visor pretty well or whatever you're using. Then we have another shoulder pad. Same for both sides. Knee pads, a brand new visor, which is very interesting, black in the middle, green around the sides. Then we have a wrist attachment, which looks really cool. Then a new color, purple and green, very interesting. Then we have a really cool helmet. This one's different as well. Then we have more shoulder pads, same for both sides, knee pads, and then, a chest plate, a lot of the same stuff, or same items, just different looking. Then we have a utility, which looks pretty cool as well. A wrist attachment is very different than some of the other ones we have seen previously. One of my favorite new armor colors, which looks great. And then we have a very interesting visor, black and green, very, very cool. Then we have a armor effect, which honestly I'm not a huge fan of. I could see people enjoying it, but not personally myself. Then we have a kill effect, which looks pretty cool, kind of like lightning coming out or something. And then we have a mythic effect for whenever you're running and stuff. Then we have another armor coating, which looks great, kind of orange and white. And then another weapon coating, kind of matching the armor coating.